In this lesson, we're going to talk about security gateways, encryption, track and prove, and e-sign services. You'll find these settings under the RMail menu located under the security top-level menu. And with these settings, you can enable the RMail encryption service and then choose to either encrypt all messages or encrypt messages containing a keyword that you specify in the subject. So for example, I've added two keywords here, confidential and encrypt. You can also enable track and prove services, which, when the appropriate keyword is entered into the message subject, unless you are tracking all messages, Security Gateway will track the delivery of the message and will send you back an audit trail indicating when the message was opened and read. You can also encrypt messages based on the recipient by adding recipient addresses in the blank shown here. And you can enable e-sign services. And again, enter any keywords that you'd like to use for the e-sign service or sign all messages. And what this means is when you send a message using e-sign, you are requesting that the recipient add his or her signature to the document. And they will be able to use their mouse or touchpad using their finger or their tablet to script their signature on the document and then send it back to you. So that's what the e-sign service is for. And rarely will you need to use a specific relay host for these services, but this option is available. So while you can use these rules that you configure on the RMail screen to allow users to send encrypted mail or to use track and prove or e-sign, you can also use content filtering rules to perform these services. For example, if we go to the content filter right here, I've created a rule called encrypt. I've created one called sign. I've created one called track and prove. You can create your own content filtering rules to perform these actions. Let me show you what my rules look like. I've created a rule that says if the subject starts with encrypt, and then under the action drop-down menu, I've selected send as registered email or RMail. When you select this option, you are given a choice of encrypt, track and prove, or e-sign. You can select one or you can select all three, whichever you need for your specific business needs. And this also applies to data leak prevention. Under the data leak prevention rules screen here, again, if you create your own data leak prevention rule or you edit an existing rule, I will edit this one to use as an example. You can choose under the action menu the same option that we had available in the content filter to send as registered mail, RMail, and then select the encrypt option here. So now that I've shown you how to enable the encrypt, track and prove, and e-sign services in Security Gateway, let me show you what it looks like to your users. So on my test server, I sent an encrypted email to this user here whose inbox we're looking at here. And this message was sent via registered mail, via encrypted transmission, and the email itself was encrypted. As the recipient, you could reply to this email encrypted using the link here, which will take you to a secure reply form. If you sent an e-sign request, the recipient would see an email that looks like this. It says RMail electronic signature request transmitted securely. And then you can click on this link here to view and sign the document. And on the sending side, when you enable the track and prove feature, once the recipient has opened the message, the sender will receive this confirmation indicating that the message was opened. It is a certified record of the message being open, including a timestamp when the message was open, a tracking number, network ID information, and in the details section, an audit trail. So if you need to use this tracking for legal purposes and you need to verify this tracking and its authenticity, you can forward this email as a copy with all attachments to the address shown here.